The track's awesome. I mean, it's so nice and smooth from a lot of places that we're used to. Obviously, running a lot of street circuits, this is a nice change, and they've done a great job with the layout. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's got great flow, some good passing opportunities, obviously. So, I mean, I'm really encouraged. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be great for a lot of the fans who've only been to the oval, only been to an oval race to see it, and especially here. You know, you're going to get to see so much of the track from up in the stands, which is one of the big problems with road courses. You can't see a lot. Here you can see a ton, and they've built some really cool viewer banks in some of the really neat corners. So I think it's just going to be a different experience, seeing the acceleration, seeing the braking, the cornering that these cars have. It's going to be great.
Really a lot of fun. It's a beautiful racetrack. It's very wide. It's a bit more Formula One type, you know. It's really wide, really smooth. There's no bumps, which is very unusual for an IndyCar to run on such a smooth track. It's really high quality, really well designed, and the safety is really good. So for us, it's very different. There's long straights, a lot of passing zones, hard braking. I think it's going to be really good for the show. It's going to be important to understand what the track requires from the car. So obviously there's a lot we can do with suspension to try to suit it to the tarmac. You know, every tarmac is different state to state in the US. So the tarmac here is very smooth. It's not very grippy. So you have to adjust the car and make it so it's going to roll more speed and you're going to have more grip. So that's what we're trying to do today.
Indy cars are so traditionally used to going counterclockwise, and now we're going to be going clockwise for the first time ever. And I got to tell you, the track is incredible. I think it's going to race really well. You know, the DW12 chassis in IndyCar already races incredibly well everywhere that we go. But this track, it's very good for racing, I think. There's a lot of compromising corners where you really have to set the car up for the next one. And there's good straightaways, good braking zones. It's just going to be a good race, I think. And it's fun to drive. I mean, the track is really cool. They've done a good job on this new layout. There's some super cool visual spots around this place. There's a high-speed chicane coming off the backstretch, which is really fast, flat out. You're going to see a lot of direction change from the Indy cars, stuff that people haven't seen before. You know, they've seen them on the oval around the Indy 500, and they can see what they can do around four corners, but Indy cars are so much more diverse. I mean, they're so impressive on a road or street course as well. And I think there's a lot of spots where people can get on top of a mound and see how the cars react to braking, how they take a corner really fast, how they brake next to each other, you know, how guys are going to be able to go 3-4 wide into a brake zone and still make it. It's just, they're impressive race cars in a lot of different ways. And I think this Indy GP track is going to show people the more of the diversity of an Indy car and what we can do. So yeah, fan-wise, it's just a super cool event to add.
I think it's really good, actually. They did a really good job. I think the new asphalt is coming in. I think the first few laps was hard when the track was completely green. But as we run, the track is definitely coming in, and I think it's going to bring great racing. Well, the first couple of corners are similar, then the rest of the track is very different. It's a mixture of the Grand Am race car that I run here and the Formula One, so it's a bit of both. I think the show is going to be amazing. I mean, the straights are long, and with the push to pass and everything, it's going to bring great racing.